Hola, un saludo para todos. Mi nombre es Tatiana Herrera. Quiero compartir con ustedes el texto que seleccioné para la actividad de esta semana. Este documento nos habla sobre el análisis del sistema financiero de los bancos cooperativos urbanos. Lo que buscan estos bancos es ayudar a financiar a las pequeñas empresas y a las comunidades locales en áreas urbanas y semiurbanas. Este documento nos explica cómo se utilizan los datos financieros de estos bancos para desarrollar un modelo que pueda predecir su desempeño a futuro. También nos habla cómo la tecnología puede ayudar a entender y mejorar las finanzas de estos bancos locales. International Conference of Machine Learning and Data Engineering, ICFNLDE, to 2023 Financial Evaluation of Urban Cooperative Banks and Machine Learning Approach Abstract. The banking industry is an essential component of the world's economy. In a globalized world, the strength of a banking system is determined by the age of its components, whatever its size. This calls into question the financial viability of smaller institutions like cooperative banks. Despite their size, these banks play a crucial role in extending and bolstering the rights of traditional banking channels. Student-led urban cooperative banks have been examining these research to better understand the elements that affect these organizations. Success or failure and neural network model with five input and four output variables must developed of over 4 years from 2019 to 2022. A neural network model was developed to aid in assessing the various performance metrics and is used to examining a prediction model to deal with output value prediction. Values were monitored to achieve the lowest possible mean square error for training, testing, and validation. 1,000 epochs of experimentation were completed. The model for the sixth validation. This was found to be 1 E10, and the gradient value was seen to be 1 E4. The of input for future years in any availability can be predicted with authors using a neural network prediction model. Introduction. In Europe, mainly in France, England, and Germany, in the middle of the 1800s, cooperatives first took on formal safe. Even to helping author and cooperating with author is fundamental to Indian culture. The first cooperative credit society and was approved by the British in 1904. The provision of this of the reducing the authority to create credit organization in both urban and rural regions and offer credit at more affordable rates than those in need. The cooperative societies and mandates that cooperative banks be registered the banking regulation of 1949, the banking laws cooperative societies as of 1965, and there are B E also regulates since they are small size entities sit in the both urban and rural location. Rural cooperatives ban primarily support small-scale industries and set employment in the agricultural sector. Such as farming, dairying, and fisheries. Urban cooperative banks primarily fund a variety of people for their homes businesses and small scale operation. Cooperative credit societies act is also considered the essence of U, UCB, UCB along with the rural credit cooperatives. In addition, these act mandates that rural societies be planned and developed using the Raiffeisen model and that urban societies be structured using the Hermann Special Pattern. The U, UCBs are located in an urban or semi-urban setting. The main objective of this ban is to provide small business financing, a significant variation between UCBs and commercial banks in the organization ownership structure. A cooperative societies grow of are place towns or large communities that have some things in common. The foundation of cooperative banks operations is mutual gain. As a result, even today they can accept deposits from or borrow money from the general public. They can let only the other community members. The UCBs are registered as money from the general public. They can lend only of community members. UCBs are registered as cooperative societies, whereas commercial banks are registered under the Companies Act as a result in terms of ownership. UCBs will be subject to the same rules and regulations that apply to societies. However, the line separations commercial banks from UCBs in their off-market segments that competed in is becoming higher as a result of commercial banks' significant entry into the financing of small borrowers and small enterprise. The first urban cooperative credit societies in India was registered in the Madras province of Kanjiwara in October 1904. Post-independence, cooperative institutions contributed significantly to poverty alleviation and the socio-economic development of rural poor and landless families. Paradoxically, through succumbing to failure and scarn, UCBs in India are portraying a story that contradicts the celebration of the idea of cooperatives. The Punjab Maharashtra's cooperative bank incident is the more recent example. This incident raised the question of how important UCBs are to the national financial system. UCB must be based on the following seven cooperative principles: democratic member control, autonomy and independence, member economic participation, voluntary and open membership, education, training and information, concern for the community and cooperation among cooperatives, the Reserve Banks of India, and the Register of Cooperative Societies. Both have regulatory authority of OCBs. In India, there are the Reserve Bank of India grants license and establishes capital adequacy standards, can reserve on statutory liquidation and offer regulatory standard with the Reserve Bank of India Chiefs of the management and handles of her administrative issues. UCB's member elect the board of directors democratically according to the one member one vote rule. There there are BE regulates I overseas banking operation, establishing requirement for capital sufficiency, risk management, lending standards, granting licenses, opinion branches, say the banking regulation of 1949 and the banking laws of 1955 are the two labs that govern same for UCB's functioning in a single state. There is uh, RCFAs govern registration of management relations operation, and therefore UCB's operation in many states. The centrals are CEs perform this function, they provide waking service to the West Indian population. I also to achieve the goals of financial inclusion. The cooperative banks have a significant role to play. The cooperative banking structure in India has been developed to complement and supplement the commercial banking structures. The special focus of cooperative banks is to fulfill the requirement of marginalized borrowers in urban as well as rural areas. The structure of cooperative banking in India is based of two broad areas, either rural and urban as well in Table 1. Long-term and short-term lending are further separated into rural cooperatives according to the inclusion or exclusion the two level of lending with it as 1934 as well as the geographic race whether single states or states exhibits are categorized as scheduled or non-scheduled there bear of 19, 1949 which governs cooperative societies states of banks are different banks and are issued in be it license at the end of March 2022. There were 103,560 rural cooperatives and 1514 UCBs in the sectors that their bands might be used in the names of primary agriculture scale institutions that primarily provide loans for agriculture. Rural Bank is the name him to the main agricultural credit societies in several states that urban areas had seen a huge increase in population during the recent times. To the small unmarginalized borrower is no longer limited to the rural farming, who is among seen in small businessmen, artisans, and tradesmen in the urban or semi-urban areas. Literature survey. The literature of UNCBS is dominated by studies involving a few institutions of sometimes only of one. Paper discusses the comparison of four cooperative bands of Pune which for urban cooperative bands of Napur. The study primarily uses Camel methodology and the test to measure the significance of differences in efficiency. The result concluded that the bands of the poor region were performing better than the not poor region. In cover the analysis of bands that went through mergers and acquisitions during the period 2020 2019 to 2000, it evaluates the short, term and medium term chance to advance efficiencies and post-merger. The conclusion was that efficiency improved for the acquirer, and this improvement was attributed primarily to scale efficiency. The other significant conclusion was the geographical diversification and greater focus on interest income led to improved efficiencies. The efficiencies of system for is to the led commercial banks between 2005 and 2015 was the main topic of wars. In their analysis, they discovered that the liquid risk, the DP credit risk, or returns on assets and market concentration were significant variable for technical efficiency, while the size of the banks, interest rates, and the levels of capitalization were not in Waters' use of the envelopment analysis to assess the effectiveness of suffice capitalization were not in Waters' use the envelopment analysis to assess the effectiveness of suffice bonds during the P, PM, PMJDY 7 year implementation period. The 7 years span runs from the beginning of the program in 2001 for 2015 to 202021, according to the findings of the empirical investigation. Public sector bank has performed better than private banks in promoting financial inclusion under the PID YDY projects. Additionally, should have performed better than private banks in promoting financial inclusion under the PID PID project. Additionally, analysis of bank projections of shortfalls in OPUF has revealed that only a small number of banks have advanced the PID 70 was effectively regular efficiency rates held in the team and the putting into until the procedures required to the challenges that stand in the way of the aims of financial inclusion. Two models are used to evaluate bank efficiencies in where authors conducts a study of UCB's model aloof of core banking activity efficiency, while model with loop of balances sheets activity efficiency. Additionally, the quality analysis sheets slide of the distribution of efficiencies for both models A and B. The requisite allocation of efficiency for mutuality frontier techniques confirmed that the urban cooperative banks had a greater mean efficiency in model A and B. According to the analysis of super efficiencies used, one bank is shared with the two models. Additionality to twofold by of UCBs are rated as having efficiency levels in the bottom two quarterly deposits and loans disbursements were found to be the only variables in the regression models that significantly influence the efficiencies for both models. Problem formulation at Objectives. Over the past 5 years, the cooperatives has benefited from preferential treatment from the Indian state governments, the Reserve Bank, and other decision-making authorities, but today cooperatives are losing one by one all the rights, concession, special training, and monopoly capabilities, the intrinsic risks in UCVs that are intended to increasing the overall efficiency present significant issues under the increased competitive demands since the UCV's operational effectiveness is essential for maintaining an appropriate and timely supply of credit to urban and semi-urban population for a variety of objectives. Careful examination of their performance should be given. This study objective is to assess the financial performance of CV in India using a machine learning technique. A neural network model Wi-Fi input and for output variables was developed for over 4 years from 2019 to 2022. A neural network models was developed to in assessing the various performance metrics and is used to examine a prediction model to help with output value prediction. Both of the paper, the organization of this paper is as follows. Section 2 describes the methodology used to assess the performance of using neural networks as machine learning approach. Section 3 describes the results and discussion of 4 years worth of UCB day, followed by conclusion and future scope. Material and methodologies. UCBIS is a cooperative bank that is used in a semi-urban of urban area. In essence, the purpose of this bank is to finance small business. The organization of ownership structure are the KRs of distinction between UCBs and commercial banks. Any cooperative society typically develop our own location in a towns of villages of small group wide their interests as the cities are registered as cooperative societies whereas commercial banks are registered under that companies at there is a market difference in their organization. The ownership of UCBs is concentrated in a limited geographical area and all members have equal rights in decision while commercial banks are well listed companies that are answerable to their shareholders in this paper as study was done of the UCBs to evaluate the efficiency of UCBs. Various models are well using commonly report finance parameters. The neural network model used here was designed using 5 inputs and 4 outputs, also interval to the also methodology is shown and by one. Table 2 descriptive statistics for these variables input and output. That input and output variables are considered for 4 years from 2019 to two neural networks in uses to models and predict continuous numerical values to approximate the underlying link between the input variables and the goal variable. The networks learns from input output that price and modifies its weight and base accordingly. Every single functionals are within a business, including marketing, finances, human resources. Manufacturing is becoming increasingly dependent of advances in artificial intelligence. Is used in IE to accomplish a variety of tasks such as decision making, speech and picture recognition, and language translation, pattern recognition, and the detection of intricate correlation in they are such as that can be skewed using neural network is a multiple level model wherein several intermediate values are calculated before prediction the final hypothesis value. It can be used for both classification and regression to replicate change systems. The network are usually made of several simple processors. Time can run is parallel with one another. This parallel computing approach also enables kit card processing and computation of solution. Neural network employ a dynamic computation framework rather than a simple procedure to produce a certain result of combining these various point inputs according to a specific result and activation function. The network outputs the final value. The nodes range from 0, 0 to 1, 0 with various values in with means where 0 denotes a value inactive of states and 1 denotes a full action on a state. Their two layer consists of an input layer and output layer and middle hidden layer that is neither an input layer nor an output layer and is therefore not visible to the also work. One way to conceptualize networks is as a collection of nodes that are interconnected and have activation functions on each other. When a node is transferred to the following node, its post functions value is multiplied by s of this connection ways to 0 to 1 is input node in a neural network raised our switch is then given to activity function and the same via the weighted link to the following node. The same process is used until a value is output at the last layer. The loss function is used to determine if closely the result resembles the label that relates to the input. Valuing is has a lower score error was able to represent the minimum error. Result and discussion. A test produced using the information available from with it reports was also further network training and MATLAB 2019. The dataset inclusive five for bands for different years from 201 9 to the split procedure at common prices the allow testing. The prediction performance of machine learning models was used as in the performance of the neural network. 7015 and 15 of the dataset were randomly selected and used for training, validation, and testing respectively. A common method for resolving nonlinear least squares using the Levenberg marker method. The technique minimizes error during training to obtain the desired output, then calculates performance regarding the weight and bias variables, with mean is considered layer the activation function is utilized, while the linear transfer activation function is typically utilized for fitting issues. The hyperbolic tangle sigmoid transfer activation function is frequently employed for pattern recognition figures to show the performance of the neural network as functions of the say between the network opus and targets a function or of iteration of the training, testing, and validation sets. The outcomes of the neural network-based prediction model of the training testing and validation sets are shown in figure 2. The system performance is examined to be deployed the number of exploits against the MCE according to the validation proof of the weight-in model, which is deployed in figure 2. The best performance is now at iPod iPods 1000 iPods versus MCG trends for training validation of they are shown on the graph with only a slim variation in the slope. It is clear that means in MC is in decrease for training tests and validation that is a number for specialized device model performed poorly while the training and validation sets of the 1000 post both after time point TM started to overfit as evidence with the divergent training if validation post with MCE evaluation in Tower 3. At epochs 1000 0.0000411 had this validation result in the start of IMSID for 2020, validating in the depth of alternate neural network parameters during training to be satisfy the loss function of certain miniwatts. Usually, miniwatts also come as a small sample of others from the training dataset is taken. That miniwatt is then selected from the that's followed with the application of gradient descent. All the elements in the that's have been iterated over as of point. The neural network model's regression plot of the distant training and validation sets are displayed in Fig 3. The then model for of the is shown in Fit 3. The nerve performance has been confirmed using plots that display numbers of us above actual objectives for training, validation, and testing set the regression graph in figure 4 show their value for other set folder years 2019 and 2022 and the network to the hospital performance and adequate generalization ability. The relevance figures of SAR for training and testing. Their values in this study are one respectively. This demonstrates how the definite model can be applied to forecast outputs, evaluates the fitting of the day the today the irrigation line is depicted by the curve. The irrigation line is shown with the dot line. Additionally, the irrigation curve is completely straight line with RGB color using the Lambert Marquardt method. I stream forwards one five neuron single layer network was training. The performance of the training is seen in terms of gradient move and validation shapes in proportion to the numbers of epochs is shown in 5. The figures for epoch 0 and 1000 should the values for epoch time performance gradient to move and validation shape after training the gradient was determined to be 1 if I and the move value for the six validation shape was determined to be One seen on a function graph gradient represents the target slope into the direction in which the thinking function is rapidly advancing. The control parameters would move in the path propagation neural networks that we modeled is used, and the value peak for more directed effects or convergence. The learning process of a neural network can be specific within validation check, depending on how many times the neural network is iterated. The number of validation checks why chain in this paper author designing the prediction model using a neural network. Conclusion and future work. There are numerous applications for defining the connection between UCB's input and output. The model's main application is to forecast how changes in a small world affect opposed that the one's world benefits greatly from being able to foresee the outcomes in advance because the inputs are susceptible susceptible the turning wide seed economic condition. Second, several measures and acquisition are already being completed in the past to strengthen the use of the model create here can be used to forecast potential outcomes before should a significant decision is made. UCVs are typically not subject to such intense scrutiny or financial analysis using correct technologies in the advanced employee test findings to both of generation in Y will have a significant effect on financial inclusion in the nation. The author successful design a prediction model that helps in prediction improve output for the UCBs. The study can further developed by utilizing numerous variables to construct a regression equation in which the magnitude of a variable's influences of the outcome can also be calculated. This will make operational decision making in the bank easier when or more inputs are scarce or when it is important to use and input as efficiently as possible. Muchas gracias.